Let's take a look at another scoring case, this time taking a much larger orchestral piece that you might have and running it through Suno and see what Suno is going to do, re-orchestrating something that you've already orchestrated. This was more a test case for me, and it generated something that I thought was pretty nice. Maybe I want to incorporate that kind of a treatment into this piece. This was something I was writing for a home video. What I have here is just a Notion version with Notion samples. I forgot whether or not I created a version with really good sample libraries, but it really doesn't matter because the quality doesn't seem to have to be that great for Suno to take it, figure out what it is, and then do its thing on it. So let's play this piece. It's a couple minutes long, and you'll see the original orchestration, and then let's play a couple versions of what Suno created from it. Now, this was written more to create a sampled performance than for a real live orchestra. There are a few things in there that you may not want to do for real instruments, like having a clarinet playing something on and on and on and on. But let's see what Suno creates for this. There's a couple different versions that I've created here. Suno has kind of a problem when you have a piece like this that starts very softly, pianissimo, and builds. Suno doesn't like to take too much time to get to climaxes, it seems, no matter what kind of prompts you give it. But even so, Suno can come up with some interesting output. Let's take a listen to some of what Suno created. Well, here you can see Suno took a different approach. Instead of this very, very slow build that I have in the original, Suno starts integrating melodic bits and rhythms that occur later in the piece, almost at the beginning, as accompaniment to the background progression. And then along the way, it actually keeps exactly with the score in terms of length, and you can see overall melodic insertion, but it's always adding its own stuff. It adds percussion, as you can hear. It adds a lot more string motion, but it kind of maps to the original. Now, this was the first version I created. And as I said before, Suno usually, if you give it a complex input, will give you back something close to what you put in on the first create. The more you create, the more Suno tries to give you different versions, and that can lead to a lot more dynamic change, as you'll see. It can lead to inserting a lot of garbage in your music. But in this case, Suno created an orchestration that is a perfectly acceptable alternative to what I created, and in some ways works better. Oh, let's try another one. Well, you can hear that one went far afield from the original in some ways. It didn't map to the same length. It inserted a lot more dynamic motion, a lot more percussion, moved things around, added a nice melodic line of its own, but everything based kind of on the original material. Suno is doing true arrangement, true orchestration here. It's using the original material and doing something you may have paid an orchestrator to do. So let's listen to the last one. This one is the third creation, and this one goes even more afield, even more dynamic, even more percussive. Well, there you go. Three different takes on the original. That last one, even more musically verbose, stronger, more epic sounding. Suno needs to flex its muscles on that one. But all three of them have their bright points and really show that this tool can be of great use to a composer putting in orchestration. Maybe you want some ideas, maybe you're not sure about some of the sound. Let Suno create some versions for you. It's all going to be based on your music if you set the prompts correctly, and you could find that this tool can help you greatly speed your workflow, give you ideas, and what a great tool.